Good afternoon, Smith family, and welcome to the January 9th, 2020 Smith Transport Newscast. I have so much lined up to show our Smith Transport family today. I worked with the shop to learn about APUs, about DEF. I did a quick tour of our company store, Eagle Unlimited. We have some information from Craig Grubb, some advice for new drivers. And stay tuned at the very, very end. You'll see a special shout out to our Ellenwood team and also a message, an announcement you don't want to miss from our president and CEO, Todd Smith. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Hey, everyone. I'm outside the shop here in this beautiful wintry morning with Josh to talk about APU. APUs versus idle is always a topic of discussion here at Smith Transport, and we wanted to give you a few tips and outline a few things for the drivers about APUs. Josh, if you could just tell them what you see, issues, that'll help.
Absolutely. One thing right now with the cold months here, make sure you're putting your APU on remote monitor if you're going to be away from your truck more than 24 hours. What that helps do is make sure that your batteries are charged up. With this cold weather, it will kill your batteries a lot faster. It will turn your APU on, charge your batteries, and turn back off. Another thing to look for is make sure your block heater plug is plugged in, and keep that plugged in until about April once the warmer months start coming back. We've been seeing a lot of problems with oil overfill, so make sure you're keeping under your 3 quarts, you're checking it daily, and you're not just adding oil for no reason. And that's some of the things to look out for right now.
Oh, good. So checking the oil every day is part of a pre-trip.
Absolutely.
And post-trip. And the oil, what level should it be at?
3 quarts, no more than 3 quarts.
No more than 3 quarts.
Yep.
Okay, well, good. If you have any questions, please always feel free to reach out to Josh in our shop for APU issues and questions. Thank you, everyone. Hey everyone, I'm here with Craig Grubb. We just went through his 2 million safe mile ceremony upstairs in operations, and he's here spending his Eagle Unlimited gift card. And while he was here, I wanted to just take a time. He's been here for almost 23 years, 2 million miles. He's done lots of different dedicated routes and over the road routes and here and there, and now he's on our Bedford dedicated. But I wanted to ask him this question, and that is, what advice would he give our new drivers coming on board?
Communication is one, determination, and takes a lot of commitment. You will have good weeks, you'll have bad weeks. You have to outweigh, your bad weeks, combine it, overlook the petty stuff. Basically, do the best you can, and just keep pushing forward. Communication is key with this company. If you communicate with them, keep them, up to date on your progress. Any issues along your routes or anything, like I run the Bedford Walmart dedicated, and it's all time sensitive. Walmart is all about LOS, level of service, and if we're late for anything, we got paid dearly for it. So it's all communication and determination and commitment is number one.
Good. Well, you're also a driver mentor on the Walmart dedicated account. And is there a certain question that you find most of the new drivers ask, or something they're unfamiliar with that's common among the new drivers?
Yeah, a lot of them. Our paperwork is identical every day on the Walmart dedicated. A lot of drivers come off OTR out of different companies. They have different paperwork, different routes, different companies. Our paperwork is identical every day, and they kind of look at me when I speak with them about it. And I give them each one of my new drivers. I have a mentor. I do through orientation. I give them a portfolio of exactly our paperwork duplicates what we do, and I explain to them it's the same thing every day. I follow up with them, about a week later whenever I see them and stuff, and they can't believe how easy it is, and, how streamlined it is, and again, it's very simple what we do up there, and again, with us up there, communication is number one.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So happy to be able to celebrate this with you today. and we'll hear more from him later. I'm starting out my video here at our DEF station at our Roaring Spring facility. It is a 21 degree cold and windy morning here in Roaring Spring, but I wanted to just reinforce that we have the availability for you to fuel up with DEF when you're here. If you're our Bedford warehouse, our Tyrone warehouse, our Ellenwood terminal, Remington, Indiana terminal, as well as the Walmart DC terminal, you can get DEF at all these places. When you get it over the road, compared to the cost we pay to have it in our tanks here, it's double the price. Huge cost savings to get it here. I have a few more details, some information about DEF that I'm going to share with you once I'm back inside the office, warm and cozy. To give a big thank you to Josh and Justin yesterday, who had walked me through the steps of DEF and explained exactly what it is that DEF was created in response to the 2010 Environmental Protection Agency's mandate that required all diesel engines to significantly reduce their emissions, which is why we use DEF. Diesel engines runs much hotter than a gasoline engine, producing more junk. I don't know the scientific terms, so I'm going to say junk. And so this DEF is clear. It looks a lot like water. It's non-hazardous. Now I'm told if it does spill onto the ground, it does create a mess. It crystallizes. But to look at it, for me, I expected it to be blue, but it's clear. And it does smell a little bit like ammonia. And I always thought it was a fuel additive, but it's not. It's for the exhaust. It takes all that gunk that comes through the exhaust system and cleans it, and to produce a much cleaner exhaust that comes out into the air. So I learned a lot yesterday in the shop, and again, I just want to thank Justin and Josh for their help. I think the most surprising thing for me is that we have DEF stations at all of our terminals and warehouse locations. By using those, to fill up, each tank's 20 gallons. Even if you just top it off every time you're through here or one of our other locations, you're saving the company approximately $1.35 per gallon. That's $1.35 per gallon that you're saving the company by using the DEF stations at all of our terminals and warehouse locations. Hey everyone, so I am in our company store, Eagle Unlimited. I'm going to turn my camera around and show you a few things that we've got going on in the store. First up, we have racks of clearance. We'll have this labeled today. Everything on this rack will be 50% off. We are also in our final 4 sweatshirts left in this new super cool design. That coat in the middle is a children's burn jacket with the Smith logo on it, and I think it would be a great gift idea. I wanted to draw your attention to our 30-ounce tumblers, the new design with Eagle in front end of the Pete. Pretty cool, $15 at Eagle Unlimited. We got 2 giant bins full of caps marked down 50%. So you can see here we have the red, white, and blue. It's always a hit in the fleet. These are lighted caps, really nice. We have some of the old school trucker hats with the mesh back, mesh and snap with the gold leaf pattern on them. So stop in Eagle Unlimited and check them out. The next item I wanted to bring to your attention are the new 3/4 zip Elevate shirts up to size 5X. You can see the back, the embossed Smith Transport logo. Really cool, brand new item in the store. Get them while we have them. Okay. We just got some new tees in that I think the youngsters will like. We have the little tanker shirt, and we also have the little trucker t-shirt. So stop by on Eagle Unlimited and pick one up today. afternoon, Smith family. So I'm sitting down today with Todd Smith, our president and CEO, as well as Joe Musselman. And Todd has some exciting news to share with all of us.
Well, thank you, Jen, and I do have some exciting news. And the excitement, before I tell you the exciting news, I do want to talk to you a little bit about the company and what's going on in 2020. So, as successful companies continue to look for improvement, we are announcing a reorganization within our operations team of leadership, and also throughout some other areas of the company. And why would we do that? Is because it's not that we were bad last week or last year, is that we always are looking for ways to make it better for you. And ways better for you are miles, home time, better equipment, better everything, all of the above. And so we thought it would be important that we take our management team, take a look at who's on the management team, make sure everybody's in the right seat and they're doing the right thing based on their strengths and weaknesses. And so first thing I want to announce is Brandon, who most of you probably know the name or know. I've talked with Brandon over the last year or two, who was our VP of Operations, has moved into a new role. We call it Vice President of Network Optimization. And that's a pretty fancy word. So let me tell you what that means. So our network, which is the freight that we haul from point A to point B, we want to get very sophisticated in terms of how we bring on freight, how we onboard freight, how we price freight. And what we're looking for is we're looking for freight that fits you in terms of what you're looking for in terms of miles, length of haul, freight characteristics, time under load, and on and on and on. And you can imagine that the volume of business that we do, you can no longer do that with a pencil and a piece of paper. We've got to use technology. And Brandon is very good at using technology and very good with what we call Excel spreadsheets. And I'm excited that Brandon has accepted that role. So that left a gaping hole in our organization for the leader over the fleet. So we searched within the company, and we said to ourselves, who's the best person in the company that's got the best interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills, who's the best communicator? Who knows our drivers the best? Who's been talking to drivers a lot over the last couple of years? And the spotlight got put on Mr. Joe Musselman here. And why is that? A lot of you have talked with Joe over the last couple of years because he was heavily involved prior to his most recent role, which was general manager of the Walmart dedicated fleet, of working with all of you with all kinds of operational opportunities. So you've gotten to know Joe pretty well. And then most recently, about April of last year, Joe accepted a role to go down to Bedford, Pennsylvania, to be the general manager of the Walmart dedicated fleet. And those drivers that are working down there have gotten to know Joe really well. And you can clearly understand where we're going when I say this. He's a true leader and he's a true communicator. And with that, we're excited to promote him to Vice President, Fleet Operations for Smith Transport. He will still have Walmart dedicated reporting to him. So for those of you who are in the Walmart dedicated fleet, you're not losing him. He's just taking a bigger role, and so you're not losing him. And those of you who are not part of the Walmart dedicated fleet that run other fleets, I'm telling you, you've just gained a tremendous ally who's in your corner every single day. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We look forward to working with you in this new role, and I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, appreciate it. So I'm humbled, but very excited about the opportunity because each day, we have a great opportunity, and something that's really important to me is having that opportunity with our number one customer, the professional driver. So, just so you know where I stand, I get a paycheck and my family gets a paycheck because of our driving fleet. And I take that seriously and I don't take it for granted. So looking forward to getting to know every single one of them, all 800 and however many there are for sure. And I should know the exact number. Maybe by tomorrow I'll know that.
It's 906.
906, there we go. So to the 198 that were at Bedford, I know every one of you, love y'all, and very excited to still be working with you and looking forward to the other 700 and do the math, right? So really looking forward to the opportunity to work with you, be engaged, having our driver management team being engaged with you, with the drivers each and every day, and doing the things that we need to do to hit the goals that we have as a company. Because when the company, those individuals hit those goals, the companies will hit the goals, and it's a great thing for all of us. So that's our goal, is to work together to make miles, make money, get you home, get you to the appointments that you have, and to haul that freight that our customers need hauled, so we can get more freight, so we can just jam this thing full of freight, haul it, and all do very well together. That's what it's about, teamwork.
Yep.
It's not one of us. It's really about a team.
Yep.
Awesome. That's great to hear, Joe. I know in the 6 years we've worked together here in my career at Smith, we've partnered together on so many projects and attended events, and I'm just really excited to see you in this role. And you mentioned that leadership and that you would still have Bedford Walmart, but can you explain to us the new leadership and the day-to-day operations at the account?
So absolutely. It's been a real pleasure to be down there the last 8-9 months, whatever it's been, because there's a super great team of folks working together down there, from the driving team to the office staff. So we're going to promote Cody Hoppus to the director of Bedford Dedicated Services down there. So he's going to take over down there, and Josh Miller's a guy that's going to step up and take more responsibility. And then we'll have the rest of the team just continuing to work together down there to make sure that we just keep doing the things every day that we've done. We've done a lot of good things, right? A lot of good things have happened, but yesterday's gone. I think there's a song like that, right? Yesterday's gone, and we've got to just strap it on and do it again tomorrow, each and every day. So it's good that we've done a lot of good things, but we got to do them tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. So those guys will carry the torch and keep moving forward, and we'll keep supporting them and working together as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for your time. I'm looking forward to having more of both of you in our Thursday newscasts, and you'll be hearing more from them next week.
Thank you.
Okay.
Always so many good things going on at Smith Transport. We want to share them. We want to get news out to you, our driving team. So please let me know, email me, message me on Facebook of things that you would like to know more about or things that you would like to see me cover.